What's something you saw as a kid but didn't realize was messed up until you were older? When I was around 7 or 8, my mom would have these elaborate tea parties every Tuesday at 2 p.m. sharp. She'd set out her fancy china, make cucumber sandwiches, and invite 4 or 5 neighborhood women over. I thought it was the most sophisticated thing ever. The weird part was that I had to stay in my room during these parties. "Mommy needs grown-up time," she'd say, giving me a bag of toys and snacks. "You can come out when the ladies leave, around 4 o'clock. I'd hear them laughing and talking through my bedroom door. Sometimes their voices got really loud, and there was always this strange sweet smell that I couldn't identify. Mom would spray air freshener afterward, claiming someone had burned the cookies. The ladies who came were always the same group: Mrs. Patterson from down the street, Linda who worked at the bank, Sarah from the grocery store, and sometimes Mrs. Chen from the corner house. They'd all park their cars a block away and walk over, which I thought was strange, but figured maybe they wanted the exercise. After the parties, Mom would be in the best mood. She'd make my favorite dinner, let me stay up late, and was just generally more relaxed and fun. She'd also always have extra cash to take me shopping or to the movies that week. "Your mom throws the best tea parties," Mrs. Patterson would whisper to me at the grocery store, winking. "She's so creative with her recipes." The whole thing seemed normal to me, just fancy ladies being fancy. When I got older, maybe around 12, I started noticing other weird things. Mom would carefully wash and hide the teacups immediately after the ladies left. She had a special cabinet that was always locked, and she'd get really nervous if Dad came home early on Tuesdays, rushing around and spraying even more air freshener. One Tuesday, I faked being sick so I could stay home from school. Mom panicked when she realized I was there during tea party time. "You have to stay in your room no matter what," she insisted. "Promise me. This is very important grown-up business." But I was curious. Around 2:30, I snuck to the top of the stairs and peeked down into the living room. The tea in their fancy cups was definitely not tea. It was brownish and thick, and they were passing around what looked like a small glass pipe. Mrs. Patterson was giggling uncontrollably, while Linda was very seriously explaining something about the perfect batch. The sweet smell was overwhelming. Even then, I didn't fully get it. I thought maybe they were doing some kind of medicine tasting or trying exotic teas from other countries. It wasn't until I was in high school that it finally clicked. I was at a friend's house when her older brother came home reeking of that exact same sweet smell. "God, Jake, you stink like weed," my friend complained. Weed. Suddenly everything made sense. The tea parties, the locked cabinet, the weird secrecy, the good moods afterward. My mom was running a weekly marijuana social club for bored suburban housewives in the early 2000s. I confronted her when I got home and she went white as a sheet. "Honey, I can explain." "Mom, were you and the neighborhood ladies getting high every Tuesday?" She sat down heavily at the kitchen table. "We called it our wellness group. It helped with stress, and it was just harmless fun. We weren't hurting anyone." "You were dealing drugs." "I wasn't dealing. I was just sharing." Mrs. Patterson's brother grew it, and we all pitched in for expenses. I was simultaneously scandalized and impressed. My prim PTA president mother had been running an underground suburban pot circle right under Dad's nose. Does Dad know? God, no, he'd have a heart attack. Looking back, it's actually kind of hilarious. 5 middle-aged women having weekly smoke sessions while pretending to discuss book club selections and casserole recipes. Mom had ingeniously solved the problem of suburban mom stress years before. Wine mom culture became a thing. The tatutier parties eventually stopped when Mrs. Chen moved away and Linda got pregnant. But now, living in a state where marijuana is legal, I have a whole new appreciation for my mom's entrepreneurial spirit. And yes, she still has those fancy teacups. We actually use them for real tea now.